What's going on? It's the RapNerd, and I'm here today to talk about a movie that released last week called Fear. I was supposed to watch this film right along with Infinity Pool. I was going to do a double feature that day, but things didn't quite work out. So here I am watching it a week later, and I really could have skipped this movie, but I just wanted to talk about it anyway because I'm gonna start off rip that this movie is not good. It's not. I'm not about to sit here and act like it's cinema. And if you've seen reviews on YouTube talking about it, they've all said it's not good. But what I want to do is shed a different little light on it, because if you are a horror fan and you're used to watching B movies like The Bye-Bye Man, Piranha 3D, One Missed Call, all of the sequels to Tremors, like if you're used to watching those type of things, Fear fits right in there with that film. And that's why I want to kind of shed some light from that aspect of it, because obviously there are a bunch of bad choices here. There are way too many characters. The acting isn't the greatest. The expositional dumps about everything that happens is just there, and it sets up everything in the wrong way possible. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. For those who don't know about the story, it's this group of friends who go to a, I guess, hotel lodge to celebrate a weekend of Tommy. That's not his real name. His name is Tommy in Power, but you know who I'm talking about. It's surrounding him and his girlfriend, and they go to this place to celebrate him writing a best-selling book. And I guess she has something going on too. I don't really talk about it a lot. And they invite a group of friends out there, and they're just chilling in this lodge this whole time. And I believe this was shot in COVID, so it goes out of its way to talk about COVID as stuff, sanitations, masks, and all this other crazy stuff, right? So they get there, and what ends up happening is all of their fears come true and kill them. Literally, it's in the trailer. They even have a scene where they sit down at a pit fire outside, and somebody has the great idea to be like, hey, since we're all here, let's share our fears. And each one in a circle, they go around and tell their fears, which really isn't a bad idea, but it is here because when the horror aspects start to really kick up a notch, it happens exactly the way they said it would. Like, even down to the fact that when everything is happening, they find a book and they literally read the book out loud. This hits all of the horror trope notes that you've seen in these B-roll movies, and it's just like Bye-Bye Man. It's the same shit. So I say that to say, while this was bad, I had a hilariously good time with it. And just being able to laugh at all of the bad things and the areas that you just see coming a mile away, and the bad characterization, and Terrence Howard overacting, and T.I. claiming to be from Detroit, but he sounds southern as hell. It's just a whole bunch of like, what? But it's fun. It was fun to me. I'm used to watching these movies, so if you are like that, you can find some enjoyment in this movie, because I will say, once the horror aspects start kicking off, like in the third act, it's some really creepy and spooky stuff, I will say. I think this movie works for people who aren't really into horror like that, who are willing to take this at face value. And you know those group of friends, like if you get a group of 10 people to come over your house and you've been drinking and you're like, let's watch a scary movie, this is kind of one I'm talking about that would work for that crowd, because you know it's surface level as shit. There's no depth in it, even though they try to put some type of depth in there, but it's one of those kind of movies that you watch with a certain set of people to have a good time. Because I would watch this again drinking, you know, just to enhance the entertainment level of it. And especially if you know the director, I believe his name is Deon Taylor, if I'm not wrong. But he's known for making these kind of movies. He has a string list of B-roll films. One that I really enjoy called Chain Letter. It's really kind of the same alley. He made Fatale. He made Intruder. So if you've seen them movies, it's the same thing as those films, but just with the horror elements added to it. And again, not good at all, but it is a hilariously good time. And honestly, this movie should have been straight to streaming. I think if it was straight to streaming, it would be, I would say it would be received better, because this movie's not good, so I'm not trying to make a case for it. But this is a straight streaming movie that you could just watch at home and watch with whatever your favorite beverages or whatever vices out there people have, and you can have a little bit of fun with it. I know I did. Especially, like I said, I watch B-roll movies. For those who do watch B-roll movies, I think you can find it to be hilariously bad too, like I did. So just a quick review, not really a review, but just talking about the film, just because this movie's getting torn apart, and it should, but I wanted to add that little bit of funny nature in it from being hilarious for all the wrong reasons, man. Like, I can't help to say it. But if you've seen the movie, let me know what you think about it in the comments. Are you a B-roll horror movie watcher? And what are some of your favorite B horror movies that you like? Suggestions down below. If you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, peace.
RapNerd Productions, no capping, that's word to mommy.